Welcome, everybody, to tonight's scrimmage with the Neville Tigers taking on the Wossman Wildcats. This is the first broadcast here on the Neville Tiger Network. We're glad that you've joined us. We are live at Bill Ruple Stadium on the historic campus of Neville High School in Monroe, Louisiana. I'm Stewart Shelby, and I'm joined by former Neville quarterback and Ole Miss star Robert Lane. Good to be with you, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here. It's glad football's back. It's a perfect night for it. Looks like the guys are out here. They're warming up right now, and they looks to be excited to be here as well. It's good that we're back here at Bill Ruple Stadium and playing a little football.
And we're just glad to have you joining the team, and alongside Robert Lane, our sideline reporter is none other than Jason Ewing. He's down there somewhere walking around. Like to say hello to him here early on in this broadcast. Jason, where are you at?
Man, I'm down here hiding in the end zone watching these Tigers warm up.
As we've watched both the Tigers and the Wildcats warming up, we were talking earlier in the pregame. It's been a while since these two teams have matched up on the field. I believe it was back 2012, 2013, the last time these went at it. This is a scrimmage, and just with everything that's gone on over the past few months, a lot of stuff has changed. I mean, one of the deals is here we are. It's Thursday, September the 24th, and nobody in Louisiana has played high school football. One snap, one down, no jamborees, no nothing. This was the first date that you could actually get in pads and scrimmage against another team. And if you see everybody here at Bill Ruple Stadium, all socially distanced. There's a lot of blue tape everywhere. Things have changed enormously, but I'm sure everybody out there that's watching us, along with us, I know are ready to watch some high school football. Just a little sense of normalcy here in this COVID-19 era. That's
right, Stuart. It's good to see the kids getting the chance to come out here and compete. We got to start somewhere, and I'm glad to see the kids out here. And it's 2020. It's definitely been a little different, but I think the kids will adjust and catch right up and be ready to compete tonight. Starts tonight.
Well, it does, and a lot of these guys have been practicing. I mean, one of the things that has been constant for both of these schools, I know it is here at Neville, that these young men have been working out all summer long in socially distant groups and small groups. It's been an unusual season, to say the least, and you talk about unusual seasons. One of the things that stands out that nobody's really talking about, just because of all the other stuff, is the fact that Neville has a new head coach in Jeff Tannehill. Coach McCarty moves to the big desk over there on 600 Forsyth Avenue, and nobody's happier to have a principal like him out there. But Coach Jeff Tannehill getting his crack at the helm here at Neville High School.
Yeah, what a year to take over, huh?
Exactly.
Jeff's he's kind of going to be able to slide right into those big shoes that he's having to fill with Mickey. What a great career Mickey has had. He actually was on the staff with me all 4 years. I had 4 head coaches at Neville, my freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. Mickey was my head coach my senior year. That was his first year as a head coach, and he's been at Neville for a long time, and what a great career he had. And Jeff's got some big shoes to fill, but it starts tonight, and I think he's really excited to step in and take over as head coach here at Neville, and what a great job to have. I mean, you're in a lineage that very few get to be in, being the head football coach at Neville High School.
Well, you're right. Hadn't been many, except for that 4 years you were there.
That's right.
You had more in your career than we'd had in the history of Neville.
And I hope it wasn't because of me or my class. But all fingers seem to be pointed at that. But no, it was just kind of a turnover, and we got caught up in the wash and had some great seasons, fortunately. And the kids are going to be able to adjust. I mean, even in this coaching change, this is not only the coaching change, but add COVID in 2020 to these kids, especially the seniors, but they're going to be able to adjust. I did it 4 times in a row each year, so I don't think this coaching change is going to have any effect on the kids. It's pretty much the same system. Jeff was on the staff before and on the staff for a long time, so the kids know him, and he's got a winning track record. And I think the kids will have confidence in him, and I look forward to seeing what kind of teams he's able to produce here in the future.
That's right. A couple of additions to the coaching staff. We'll get to some of that as we move forward in the season and maybe in today's broadcast. But first, I really want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're broadcast right now on Facebook Live, also on YouTube Live as we're streaming right here. If you hadn't done it already, please like our page. It's Neville Tiger Network on Facebook. Just search Neville Tiger Network, like and follow that page. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'll allow you to get updates or notifications when we go live. We're going to be doing a lot of things over the course of the year that will not only just football, okay? We built this network. We've been thinking about this network idea for the past couple of years, and what a better time than now to launch this stuff. And we couldn't have done it without the help of a lot of fine sponsors out there. I mean, unbelievably, or you can believe it, I can believe it with the supporters that we have here at Neville High School, and nobody is more grateful, I know, than I am, and Coach Tannehill and Coach McCarty. What we've put together is something that will be able to be utilized not only by football, but by all sports, and even on the academic side. I mean, all organizations. We really hope to build this Neville Tiger Network into something that is going to be just a great thing for the high school, things that will be able to be utilized. We'll be doing pep rallies and
right.
plays and all kind of stuff on that front. Also being able to stream basketball games and volleyball games and soccer matches, softball games, baseball games. It just pretty much there's really no limits on what we can do right here,
right.
But we can't do it without your support, and especially we wouldn't be able to do it without the support of a couple of people who are already on board, and we look forward to meeting a couple of new sponsors out there. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank I made a few phone calls a couple of weeks ago when we finally figured out what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it and who we wanted to partner with. First of all, we partnered with a company called the Worldwide Streaming Network out of Tennessee. They are a great organization. I have nothing but great things to say about Mr. Charlie Helms, and we're grateful that he's been a part of helping us bring this to you. He's providing the equipment and everything else. We're going to have our full equipment stream. We don't have everything here for you tonight, but we'll be adding stuff as the season progresses, and hopefully next Friday night will look a little bit different than it does right now. But when I got on the phone and made a few phone calls, a couple of people really stepped up, and I'd really like to thank them right now as the teams have kind of gone back and getting ready to crank this scrimmage up. Really, French Smith and his family, French and Paige, and his daughters are going here, and he was a star player here and always been a friend of Neville High School and a friend of the program, and he stepped up big. He's going to be our title sponsor for the year here on the Neville Tiger Network. Also, Miss Susan Weaver and the good people at James Machine Works. I mean, always have been in our have done numerous things for all sports here at Neville and academics at Neville, and Miss Susan is really stepped up to the plate. She's going to be our scoreboard sponsor for the year here. Also, my brother Scott and his group, Family Solutions Counseling, there.
You had to hold him down for that one, didn't you?
Is doing good. We're actually going to be in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. That's who sponsors the broadcast booth for all of the broadcast we will have this deal, and then we can't thank those three enough. I mean, without those three stepping up, and also Mr. Frank Nettles, who's everybody knows Frank, and Frank Nettles Automotive there has really stepped up to the plate and helped us get this things going. Other sponsors that we have on so far, Gigi Grant at Shell Chiropractic. Thank you. Also, Podna's Barbecue is going to be one of our sponsors over this football season. Thanks to B and Amy Robinson and the Paper Market have stepped up to help us this year. Also, Mama DeLuca's is actually the pizza that's in the Subway on Lammy, and that's nice. Steve and Connie McGee have stepped up, and we're going to be a sponsor with us all year long as well. Also, thanks to Nuke's Restaurants, Justin Tarver Dental, the good people at Central Oils and Supply. Also, Angie Sturdivant running for district judge, I believe, and also Tenori's Wine Cellar has stepped up, and we've got a couple of more sponsorships left, and we definitely are looking forward to talking with you. And once you see what we put out there, I think you'd would really want to be a part of this and what we've got going. So thank you to all of our sponsors for your generous support of the Neville Tiger Network. If you give us just a second, the national anthem is playing at the moment. It's a national anthem that was just played here by, I believe the Tiger Band is out here somewhere. Everybody's spaced out. The sidelines are different. It's going to be the format of this is for this scrimmage, Robert, as we go over here. Neville, it's going to be a split field, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. We're going to try to bring you everything that we possibly can, but you'll be able to see it, obviously, on the video stream. We've got Neville's first defense will go against Wassman's first offense for 12 plays on one end of the field. On the north, that's the north end. On the south end, we'll have Neville's second O and Wassman's second D, and they're going 10 plays on the south end. And then we're going to swap. And Neville's first O will go against Wassman's first defense on the north end of the field. And then the second defense will go against Wassman's second offense on the south end. And then after that, we'll rotate that a couple of times, and then we will just play kind of a goal line type scenarios, how it's done. The first defense of Neville versus Wassman's first O from the 10-yard in. And then we'll swap it and then go for Neville's first offense and Wassman's first defense here on the north end. And you see the first tackle made here by the Tigers.
Yep, Stewart, this is kind of a glorified practice they're having, which is a good thing. I'm sure these Neville boys and Waspin boys are ready to hit somebody else. They've been in the barn
hitting each other,
playing against each other for who knows how long now, and due to the COVID restrictions, and looks like the first defense is about to get their first shake at
well, now it says the first string is on the south end.
Oh, yeah, they've swapped on us.
They've already swapped.
Yep,
And that was that first tackle there was made, but
JV.
Yeah, the second
broke
guy,
through, number 20.
That's old Sam Phoenix, a little senior running back over there.
Yes.
On this. So you've got
Wassman's first team offense is headed to the south.
On the south end. That's where we're at.
They swapped it on us. Completed pass, number 10. Who was that on the tackle? That's number 14.
Yeah, that's Griffin McGee coming up from the safety spot right there. Yep. And if as we pan in here, we're just going to maybe focus on the ones here on the south end.
Looks like Wassman's running the shotgun spread offense,
yeah. and we apologize. We don't have any rosters from Wassman. we don't know.
We'll call numbers.
That's it. But as you can see, let's watch this play right here.
Oh, that was number 14, Griffin McGee again on the stop.
And Griffin is that type of player, and like our guy Will Anders that's in here running the board for us here right there. That's kind of Griffin reminds me of somebody like him, just a little gnat.
He's around the ball.
He likes a nose for the football.
Yep.
And looking for good things out of that junior defensive back for the Tigers.
Waspin there, 3 wide. Looks like with a tight end. Well, no, here they adding somebody in now. Yep, that's the tight end. Redo. It's a scrimmage.
Yep.
They're working the kinks out just as we are. Coaches are down there getting them coached up. I'm sure they got a bunch of pregame jitters they got to get lined out too.
Yeah, we were talking with Coach Herndon earlier today, and he said, man, these guys are chomping at the bit. They were running out like it was – he said, well, it's not the playoffs, man, but they were ready to go hit somebody.
They were just ready to go stretch.
Their teammate.
Which is good to see. It's good to see. There comes Wossman to the line.
I think we're in about the 5th or 6th play here. Oh, and Brooks Anzalone just lofted a pass into the end zone. It was just a little long.
Struggling with the snap. Ooh, that was number 44.
Yeah, that's a big
for
hit.
Neville.
That's Hinton Roberts right there.
Good to see him flying to the ball like that. Here comes Waspin again. They had one positive play, it looked like, on the first or second play from scrimmage, and they've gone backwards since then. The Neville defense has held strong. 2 backs, throw the little pass outside, and was not a good throw. Neville's defense was there. I do see Big Will Campbell in there getting some reps on the defensive line, which is good to see. He's going to be a force on this Neville defense in certain situations. He also plays offensive tackle and will be expected to be moving some people on that offensive line and moving the ball, helping move the ball down the field for sure. Wassman's 4 wide, quarterback in the shotgun. Drops back for the pass. Lofts it up. Good coverage by Neville. Great play by number 30 of the Neville defense. It was kind of a jump ball, and the Neville kid went up and made a heck of a play. It was a good throw and good one-on-one, and Neville won that one-on-one. So it looks like it's 2nd down and 10, and Wassman's going to line up again to run another play. I'm not sure if there's a 25-second clock tonight. It doesn't look like it. They're getting out of the huddle slow, as would be expected, being that it's the first scrimmage of the year. They're getting these guys coached up and getting some game reps, which is fun to see. Waspin struggles with a snap again. Quarterback goes around. Neville runs him out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Another win for the Neville defense, which is good to see if you're a Neville fan. Wassman's coming to the line. Here's the snap. Run the little speed sweep. Kid, number 5, trying to get outside, and Neville's defense was just a little too fast. That was good defense by Neville again. They're spreading it out, making him run east and west, and use the sideline to their advantage, and was able to stop him. I tell you, number 5 is a good-looking kid for Waspin. He looks big, and there's the JV making a good play. Looks like number 15 or 16 receiver caught a nice pass from Anzalone there. Got about 15 yards. Here comes Waspin, 1st and 10. Running backs in motion. Trouble with a snap again. Oh. That ball was close to being a fumble, close to being a lateral. It was not a very effective play on Waspin's part. So 2nd down and 10 now. Waspin comes to the line. Neville looks like they're playing a pretty base defense, cover 2. There's a running back, carries it off the left side, and Neville stops him at the line again. That was number 21 from Waspin. Quick little kid there. He got out of the backfield pretty quick, but Neville's defense again wrapped him up at the line of scrimmage.
And just from an overview standpoint, the Neville defense is looking good. I mean, there's not much going on.
Right, which is as to be expected this time of the year.
Yeah.
Normally, being an offensive guy, I gotta take up for my offense, but no, Neville's defense looks really fast, and they're dominating right now as far as the ones versus the ones go.
Yeah,
I don't know that Waspin's maybe gained 5 or 6 yards.
The inside info I have, and when I say inside info, because I don't, I get it from the kids that film for Neville. They're filming practices,
yeah,
and also my son, who's a sophomore on the team. We talk about it. He's like, everybody talking about the defense. He said, I really can't tell you if the offense is struggling or the defense is really good, or whatever it is. And I think the answer is probably somewhere in the middle, just like you talked about. One of the defense guys are reactionary guys.
That's right.
Offensive guys got to get into a rhythm, right?
That's right. And defense, you can say line up and go to the ball, and offense, you got to have 11 men, all taking the same step, and it's kind of like dancing, especially the offenses that guys are running now with the spread and the motions and the zones and stuff like that. You've really got to be in sync. So this is Neville's number 1 offense is now on the field. So hopefully we can see some movement.
We lose Brister to graduation last year. We saw Batterford there early in the season, a little glimpse of maybe what he can do. This is his first year at the helm at the junior quarterback for the Tigers.
Right. Well, Batterford is a great kid. There's a screen pass. Fumble. Neville fumbled the football, number 21.
That's Cam Carter, one of the new receivers there. They got a lot from him, but they had a nice little screen set up there for Cam. He gets out there but loses the football, and the Tigers –
they turned it over on the
first play.
Yeah. Thankfully, they got a good defense right now,
Yeah,
But there is no change of possession. It's just a scrimmage, and that's why you do these things. That may be the first time that kid's been hit in live action.
Exactly.
So that's why we're here doing this. And back to Batterford, he is a great kid. There goes number 4. He's out the gate. What a
nice
block! Number 7. No, that's not holding. He called it, though.
Yeah, that's the guy. He got sandwiched there at the 18.
Number 7 literally.
They might have been somebody trailing.
Maybe so.
But
number 7 literally just bench press the corner.
Well, we were looking at the guys that look good. We mentioned that number 4, Timothy Bird. You heard his name a lot last year. He ran the football well for the Tigers, and that was a nice move inside to break outside. And number 7, that's Bilquarius Gooden, who caught a lot of passes right there. But he's put on a little size over the summer, and he just
that was
laid out.
That was impressive. That's how you're supposed to block on the outside for the youngsters that are watching. Parents at home need to rewind that if we caught it on video, because that is how you block on the outside. And a lot of guys don't think that it matters playing receiver as far as blocking, but his block right there is what sprung that play to let Neville score the touchdown. Unfortunately, we had a holding call, and again, that's why we're scrimmaging. You know, the game speed picks up, and you gotta have these type games because it's hard to simulate the game speed in practice.
You're right.
Batterford gets out of the pocket. Looks like he got the first down there. And I tell you, back to Batterford, he is a great kid. I had the chance to work with him a little bit last year, he and Brister. And Batterford has waited his time, and the kid's got a great head on his shoulders, and he also has a great arm. And he's got a knack for running the football. I think he's a tough kid, and he just showed it there. That's huge on second down to be able to get 7 yards and a first down and move the change is an added weapon. Here he goes again.
And
First
see,
down.
with Batterford, what you saw out of him last year was something like this, as a more of a dual threat quarterback. You know, Brister had a heck of an arm, and he liked to sit in the pocket and sling the football around every now and again. Would run when he needed to, but it wasn't a threat of running right there. And that's different. Batterford's kind of going back a couple of years into the Neville quarterback, some guys that you've got to respect that run. And to me, that was when Neville's been the most dangerous offensively, is when you've got to defend both the run and the pass.
There's no doubt. There's a tall sweep. That's going to go in for a touchdown. Another holding call. The officials, I think, are excited, too.
They're in scrimmage. They hadn't thrown flags in a while.
Yeah.
Haven't thrown flags
It's almost like the Saints are playing right now with all the penalties.
You're right about that.
No, it's everybody's got to work the kinks out. These outside receivers they're excited, and they're trying to work hard and block, and it looks like a little jersey stretch there, and got Neville for holding.
Well, you're right. I mean, you've got some youth here on the Tiger offense that, you know, these receivers, I mean, especially when you have a running quarterback, those receivers are relied upon a whole lot more blocking downfield once you get there, because they're running routes and then they've got to turn around and grab somebody or get up on somebody to block. That's a little breakdown right there.
Yep.
As you can see.
Got to throw that ball away there if you can't get out. Can't afford to take a sack there. But, yeah, you're right. And the receivers have to have work at it. They don't get the work in practice of the quarterback running because the coach blows the whistle pretty quick.
Yeah.
And now they're out there, and then the DB, you know, changes his shoulders and turns to chase the quarterback, and they're still holding on. They've got to be disciplined enough to let go, you know.
There's another little breakdown right in the interior of that offensive line. And you know, all the Tiger offensive line has got a lot of talk over the past year, and rightfully so. When you got a recruit like Big Will Campbell over there, like number one offensive lineman in the state, like number
as
2
junior,
and 3 in the junior class. I mean, in the country, somebody like that. But they had to replace a lot of guys in the middle of the football. I mean, in the middle of the line, and you look at some of those guys like. In the middle, I think that's Landon Sorrell, I believe, has been playing a little bit of a center. And that interior is what needs to, I guess,
develop.
Improve or get better fast.
That's right.
That's
right. Well, and they've got to be the core of this group. You know, you don't go anywhere without your big guys. So, and they'll get better. They need these reps. This is good game reps for them, and it'll be exciting to watch them compete going forward.
So we're focusing on there, and there's a deep shot.
He's got him. Ooh.
Just out of bounds right there. He was looking for Ben Crawford there on the near sideline, and he just couldn't drop it in.
Yeah, just overthrew him just a hair. That ball was thrown just a hair late, and ran out of field there. To fit it in.
We're having a little bit of difficulty with our sideline reporter, Jason. We're getting a little interference. If you think about all the stuff that we've had to add, I mean, now you've got cameras everywhere. That everything's working wirelessly. We're trying to find open frequencies, and it's really not working out, but that's part of that. It's kind of a scrimmage. We're working some things out here as well.
That's right. There he goes, number 28. He may take it to the house. No.
Cuts back in, tries to tiptoe, and that's A.J. Allen, who, if you remember from last year, very talented junior in A.J. that really runs the football hard. He had some injury issues there in the middle of the year that kind of sidelined him for a good part of the Tigers season last year, but that young man.
Yeah, that was a good-looking run there.
Between him and Bird, and then we haven't seen the transfer, Lane Blue, and as we see that pass be batted away, that was kind of a –
Neville, yeah, they were trying to run the little Tennessee screen there into the boundary, and I couldn't tell if that was a linebacker or defensive end that I guess felt the softness of the play trying to develop, and he peeled off and made actually a great instinctive play for Waspin there. He didn't rush up the field like he is coached to do. I guess he could feel the play developing and made a nice play there.
And now Batterford's taking a breather. He's got Brooks Anzalone in there, a sophomore young man that's kind of whittled his way into the backup role here at Neville High School.
Big Will Campbell just took a dude all the way into the end zone.
Blindside. That's that old blindside.
He carried him from about the 5-yard line to 5 yards into the end of the end zone. So that's good to see. He should be dominating as he just did on that play. There's a fade thrown up, jump ball, and it was a pretty good throw there. Receiver just kind of misplayed it, and he's got to go high point that ball at its highest point.
Well, and high pointing something for number 21. That's Cam right there, 6'1", 165. He's got some of the height to do it. That ball was thrown just a little bit deep in that end zone. He needs to get that one. And Brooks, sophomore, learning these throws. And
right.
One thing Coach Tannehill is going to do this year is open this offense up. I say hadn't been open, but really you're going to see a few tweaks here that you may or may not like.
That's
but
right.
It remains to be seen.
Well, we'll see. That's
getting
right.
that ball to that back pylon right there to allow that receiver to get a little separation.
That's right. Touchdown by number 5.
And that's Blue. That's the young man that came in from Cedar Creek. Is also a very talented linebacker. I believe he was the 2A Player of the Year last year.
Nice. Yeah.
And that's Lane Blue getting his.
He's a good-looking kid, big,
6
strong.
foot, 245-pound senior, and a nice addition to the Tigers right here. And that's going to be our first field goal try, or actually extra point. That's William Reed, the senior kicker for the Tigers. Really came on last year as a strong kicker, and that one is nailed right through the uprights, and the Tigers
he hit that ball good.
First.
Yep.
So
I guess, was that the end of the 12 plays that Neville had, or are they backing them up to run a few more? I hadn't been keeping up with
well, I don't know if that's the end of the 12. They just scored.
Yeah.
And I think they're just going to reset here.
Reset.
Yeah, reset.
I know I've been watching the offensive linemen. They look like they're pretty gassed right now. This is a bunch of plays in a row, which is good for them. This is good. Like I said earlier, it's good game reps and get these guys in shape for the season.
Yeah, I mean that's where we are. Batterford's still in there at quarterback for the Tigers. He's going to drop back and looking deep to the end zone. He drops it just outside the outstretched hands of Bill Quarius Gooden. That was a good-looking pass. Bill Quarius just couldn't quite catch up to it.
Yeah, it was a great throw. Just didn't quite connect. Again, that's in a game situation. In practice, they hit that. Out here, it's just over his hands, and it's a good rep that they just got out here during the scrimmage. And then hopefully, come the first game, they will have done that and connect right there, because he was open. He had the guy beat, and Batterford made a good throw. It just was just out of his reach.
And where you're looking at that. I guess we answered our question. That's the 12th play.
Yep.
And it's kind of like when you get that turnover and take the shot, was the last play, the old Hail Mary play, if you will, in the scrimmage. And just came up a little short on that one. And I think both sides are going to take a little bit of a breather here.
Yeah, it looks like Neville's one defense is out there ready to go. Hopefully they can have the same showing that they did the first set of 12 plays that they had.
Yeah, and you've got, as they switch out, even on the second string side, the kind of JV side here on the north end zone, they've swapped out as well. So everything's kind of moving along pretty close to one another before we get to these kind of goal line type situations.
That's right.
So it's a and while they're switching out personnel, trying to get that Waspin offense on the field, I think that's what they're looking for.
Looked like the referee was in there visiting with them. I don't know, talking about rules or just going over things. The white hat's still there. They're trying to get lined up and get a play called. So,
well, as we've come to a little bit of break in the action right here. Let's we'll see what we can do. We've got a few sponsors in there. Why don't we go to a quick little break, and some of the good people that have helped sponsor this nice video board here at Neville. And let's go to them and hear from a couple of those sponsors. We'll be right back. You're listening to Neville Tiger Football on the Neville Tiger Network.
At Origin Bank, we know that customers have many choices when it comes to banking. We also know that customer service isn't just a department, it's an attitude. The Origin vision is to create unique banking experiences that impact the world around us. And that's why we don't just talk about customer service, we live it. It is our promise to you to treat every customer like the only customer every time. Stop by your local Origin Bank today and learn what it means to bank original.
And thanks for coming back to us. If you're just now joining us, we are live on the Neville Tiger Network here, streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube here this evening. And you're looking in on the Tiger number one defense against Wassman's number one offense there on the south end of the field here at Bill Ruple Stadium. Stewart Shelby, Robert Lane. In the broadcast booth, our sideline guy, Jason Ewing, we have a few technical difficulties, but he's going to be with us throughout this season. As we look at the first round of defense, Robert, the defense really stood out.
Yeah, they did. I tell you, and again, there they go again. They are absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage right now against Waspin. And Waspin has had some trouble with the snap on occasions, which has set Waspin back a little bit a few times, but Neville's defense is really showing out early on in the scrimmage. So hopefully they can keep it up. They look good right now.
Waspin set to go. Quarterback 3 looking back for a play. Get him set.
Waspin just ran the little trap play there, and they may have gotten a couple of yards. Was that Hinton Roberts again?
Yeah,
came in
blue,
there.
And then I think I saw number 23 get in there. That's Nick Gibson junior defensive back for the Tigers. And
Lane Blue, number 5, and
that's Hinton Roberts.
And Hinton Roberts in there at linebacker. Those are two good-looking kids that are going to anchor the middle of that defense. Hopefully for the remainder of this year, they're flying around and filling those gaps for sure.
Definitely are. And we talked about, kids with nose for the football, and we know Hinton does. And we'll see about Blue. There's a flag, and the guy in the back just hit my man David Jackson on the back with a flag.
They're excited to throw him too.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
That's right. That gentleman on the backside, the back judge, is throwing a couple of them here in this deal.
Neville's lined up in the playing cover 2, 4-3 cover 2, and again, just absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage. That was Lane Blue there, and
look at some of those big guys up front. I mean, that's Anise Sledge, another junior, and Sledge got in there a lot last year at the end of the year. That's a big young man in Sledge. He's 6'3", 310 pounds on the defensive line as a junior.
He's filling 2 gaps.
And, he reminds me of being somebody that's that big. Last year he was kind of learning how to move on his feet right there, and he got faster as the year progressed. But him locking down that defensive tackle, that interior tackle, is a heck of a matchup concern for the interior of most of these high school lines.
That's right. The quarterback gets outside the pocket there and picks up a few.
Nice open field tackle there once again by Nick Gibson, number 23 for the Tigers. But we talk about those big guys up front. We talked about Sledge, and you also have 51. That's Dexter Walker playing end, and he's one of the – they've got some speedy ends, okay? Dexter Walker, 6'1", 195, kind of going for that speed rush. Myron Elam, another tall guy, 6'2", 185, but some guys with some speed on the edge and putting the beef in the middle as you look at Derek Harris. Smaller guy, stature, but number 67, he's 5'7", 235 at the other defensive tackle, opposite Sledge.
Yep, again, Neville defense flying around. And as you're talking about the big guys up front, if you look at them, they pass the eye test. In other words, when you look at them, they look like good athletes. They look strong, and you got to give credit to Coach Eric Herndon in the weight room. Neville has come a long way in the weight room, not only with their equipment, but the way that they do things all the way down, to the 7th and 8th grade level. They're teaching these kids, so when they get to Neville, they don't miss anything, and it shows. They're developing as sophomores, and it helps. Yeah,
you're right about that. They try a deep shot right there and overthrows his intended receiver. Lorenzel Dubose on the coverage right there was with that Wildcat receiver step for step down the sideline.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid. He was running step for step and had good position. The main thing with the DB is when the ball's thrown, they have to become the receiver. A lot of times you watch DBs and they figure out how not to make the play, and he was in position to make the play. He was running along like he was a receiver, so that's good to see. Another bad snap by Waspin.
Yeah, the center's having a tough time here today, and I don't know that young man what class he is, but I'm sure he's going to end up working on that. I know he'll work on it probably tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. After with as many as they've had tonight, no doubt.
Brooks Anzalone lost one up to the far side. There on the JV end, I don't think we're watching it right now, but a nice catch there that's Makai Dubose, one of the junior receivers. And the guys on the south end here, I know we're kind of focusing, actually on a nice move and a nice catch, but a nice recovery right there by that's Dubose. That's Lorenzel Dubose, another junior corner. He had to step on he looked like he jumped the route, and he had a pick right there, bounced off of him. The Wossman Wildcat receiver comes up with it. But Dubose, instead of getting mad at himself, stayed with the play and went around and limited a very small gain.
That's right.
On that play.
He didn't give up on the play, and again, if he catches that ball right there, that's 6 for him. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. The DBs have to become the receiver and make those plays because that puts points on the board for Neville if he's able to catch that ball.
There's a little swing play out to the left side, and the Tiger defense kind of swarmed the Wildcat running back down there. He strung it out towards the far sideline. And
close to a first down, but
got to gave about 2 or 3 on the play. But 3rd down and 2 here on this series. And folks, we are in a scrimmage format. Guys are getting 12 plays, and then as many as you can get. If you get a touchdown, we're going to come back and play some more. If you get a first down, we'll keep going. If you don't get a first down, no punts or anything that we have here in this portion of the scrimmage. The Wildcat quarterback drops back, lost another deep one, but nobody's home
he was
in
just
the end zone right there.
He was just getting that ball out of his hands there.
He's had pressure every time he's had the football right there. Well, they take a break. We'll look down and on the
Neville having trouble with the snap on the JV side.
That's right, and that ball was a little bit low. If we've got that, and now everybody's switching out. So while everybody kind of switches out and kind of resets things, let's reset it right here. Once again, Stewart Shelby, Robert Lane here on the call at Bill Ruple Stadium. We're actually in the Family Solutions Counseling Center broadcast booth, okay? That's what we'll be doing. That's one of our sponsors for this year. Also, like I said earlier, French Smith and his family, a very generous donation, and really can't thank him enough for allowing us to bring this type of broadcast to you this year and in the future here at Neville High School. Also, Miss Susan Weaver at James Machine Works will be our scoreboard sponsor for this year. Thanks to Frank Nettles. It's going to be one of our sponsors this year, Frank Nettles Automotive. Also, Shell Chiropractic, Dr. Gigi Grant. And I think old Brud Boudreaux has moved in there with Gigi. Podna's Barbecue, as looks like the Tiger offense has taken back over. Give me just a second to get through these. The Paper Market, B and Amy Robinson and Mr. John Robinson and all of them have really stepped up to the plate. Also, Nuke's Restaurants, Justin Tarver Dentistry, Tarver Dental, out there on Highway 80 in Swartz. Also Central Oil and Supply, Angie Sturdivant for District Judge, Tenore's Wine Cellar, and my new friends Steve and Connie McGee at Mama DeLuca's Pizza there on Lammy. It's in the subway on the corner of Lammy and Armand, and we got a neat little sponsorship. And as we watch this play unfold, not much happening there. Well, they blew the whistle early. Yeah. The old scrimmage whistle as Batterford kind of worked his way out of there. But Miss Connie, I was talking with her the other day, and they're on board with us and have been supporting Neville High School for a little while now. But we're going to have the Miss Connie's razzle-dazzle play of the game. She wants some trick plays. She told me to tell Coach Tannehill herself, for her, to get me a trick play once a game, because that's her favorite part of football. So thanks, Miss Connie and Mr. Steve, for your support of Neville Tiger football and the Neville Tiger Network.
Yeah, we wouldn't be anywhere without our sponsors, and that's the great thing about Neville High School is the following that you get when people graduate from here and continue on the tradition. I tell people it literally oozes out of the windows of Neville High School, and it shows with the sponsors that we have, and very thankful for those to help us get this program up off the ground and going for Neville, and hopefully will be a wonderful thing for us in the future. Yeah,
and that's what we're looking forward to. Really excited about the things we're going to be able to do here, as there's a little breakout run. Timothy Bird that's actually A.J. Allen, number 28, breaking out with a big first down for the Tigers. We've got a lot of things coming up. We're going to have a busy week next week, producing a lot of the graphics and some of the cool stuff that we'll be able to do for you in the future this year on the Neville Tiger Network and loading advertisements and our sponsor ads as that play goes nowhere. Batterford being sacked there in the backfield. Nice play by number 8, linebacker for the Wossman Wildcats.
Yeah, the offensive line for Neville's, they need to they're going to have to work a few things out, it looks like. And again, this is a scrimmage. This is why you do these things, to see where you're at and figure out what to work on.
Batterford once again under pressure and just hasn't had much time to throw the football here.
Yeah, Batterford, he looked at one receiver and he was looking to go. He's got to set his feet and go to number 2 and 3 there and then get out of the pocket. But again, first scrimmage, things are moving fast for him, I'm sure. So it's a good rep for him. He can go back and watch this on film and realize that he did have actually more time to step up in the pocket and make the throw. Big hole to the right side there. And
draw play right there. A little delayed handoff to A.J. Allen. Delivered a little punishment on that play as he gets down inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line of Waspin.
Yeah, it was a good run by number 28 there. Backing Neville up again. I'm guessing situational back up there. I don't believe there was a penalty. I think they're just working situations, middle of the field, first down and 10. And you got different situations you want to work, 3rd and short, 1st and 10, 2nd and 5. There's different plays that you may call depending on the situation, and that's what they're trying to accomplish tonight. Screen pass out to the left. Waspin gets to him and makes a good play. That play was close to busting loose. The guy just did not make the block on the corner out there. If he does, number 7's going to be able to get up the sideline and make a good play out of it. Another penalty flag down, I think. I'm not sure what the flag was for. Let's see here. They're coaching them up. Having a little conversation there at midfield. Trying to figure out what the flag is.
Well, I just realized, everybody, I've been telling you to go to our YouTube streaming network, and we have been streaming right there, and we are going to make that stream public to where you can rewatch this if you're trying on YouTube. But we had it set to private on our stream, so we couldn't watch it. But now if you go to our YouTube channel, it is on publicly, and you can log in and do that live right there. And like I say, I apologize. This is our scrimmage too. We're trying to work through a lot of different technical difficulties, and that one we apologize for. But it has been the whole time on Facebook Live. The good thing is, if you want to go back and rewatch this, it will be there on our YouTube channel. That's the Neville Tiger Network on YouTube, and also search Neville Tiger Network on Facebook. If you want to follow us on Twitter, that's at Neville Network. That's at Neville Network, Network. Give us a follow as well, as that's that should be a flag. And
yeah, it looks like their DB and receiver's feet got tangled up there. I don't know if there was much
didn't look
pushing.
like much pushing and shoving. I think you're right. It might be just a little tangle.
If you're a Neville fan, you want it to be pass interference there, but having to look at it again, it looked like they got their feet tangled up, and it was a good throw by Batterford. It had a chance if the receiver's able to stay on his feet there. He's going to be able to make a play on that ball. 3rd and 10 now. running a screen. They got it to make the blocks. There he goes, number 4.
He's got the sideline. He cuts back inside, trying to get to the pylon. Doesn't have it. There is a flag back here at the 26-yard line.
That was a well executed play there. They had the Tennessee screen to the left side and the running back screen to the right side and released the guard and tackle. And so the quarterback there has the option to throw it to the Tennessee screen to the left or to the running back. And the play developed very well with the offensive lineman out in front of the running back there and turned it into a positive play for the Tigers.
So we bring it back with the penalty there. I guess they're going to place it right at the 35-yard line. And we'll see where we go from here. Looking at the up back, that's number 6. There's Wes Robinson in there, kind of a hybrid little tight end for you. And a nice little run and a cutback there by Jada Smith. It's another senior running back, shifty little guy, 5'7", 175-pounder.
He did
for
a lot,
the Tigers.
A lot of movement to only get about 7 yards there. He took a lot of steps, but it was a positive play for Neville, and he actually
he got down about the 7, and they moved it back for a 1st and 10 type situation here.
Yeah.
This is a scrimmage. The natural flow is a little interrupted. There's a pitch back to Mr. Smith, and he rumbles down to the 26-yard line. So a gain of 9 on that. Nice hole there on the right side for the Tigers.
Yeah, for Neville to be able to do that on first down, that is huge. If you can run the ball on first down consistently and get good yardage, that makes it easy on the offensive coordinator to call plays. And that's what we've kind of seen out of Neville tonight is they have been able to run the ball, which is very, very good to see.
Blue back there beside Batterford as he awaits the snap.
Great play.
And they blew it dead beforehand, and that was Dexter Robinson got in there, caught him a nice little slant across the middle, and he was looking to score, but they'd blown it dead.
Yeah, Waspin went man-to-man right there, and Neville had their inside receiver just run the drag route across the middle, and the Waspin DB didn't run with him, so he was wide open, and I'm not sure what the whistle was for. I don't know if they're blowing a short whistle now on purpose or if there was – I don't think there was a flag. But that was a well-executed play as well.
There's Batterford set to take the snap. He's looking downfield again, lost one up to the back far corner, and it just misses his receiver right there. And that's, once again, Robinson kind of was looking for it. He had some space, and the ball was just a little bit overthrown. Not really to the right side of him for that.
Yeah, they had the little flood route over there on that side, and he had the hitch and a guy kind of coming across the middle, and then the corner route, and the corner route was wide open. He threw it to the right spot mentally, which is good to see. Mentally he just got to physically stay in there and drive that ball in there. And again, this is a scrimmage and first live snaps, and I'm sure things are moving fast for him.
There's Blue with the carry up the middle. On 2nd down and 5 play, he gains about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers. It's Blue with some tough running there in the middle, in the trenches right there. We look down that line. You look at Kane Day, another junior who's really kind of put on some weight there. I mean, that young man, 5'11", 270 at the right tackle. Somebody trying to replace DeOrange Brown from last year, the big bookend tackle opposite Will Campbell, as we loft another one to the end zone, and it's just out of the hands of Cam Carter. And I mean, it just looks like just a little tweak.
Yep.
And the Tigers have some big play capability that we've seen, but just a little bit here and there. And that's why we're here, like
That's
you
right.
said. That's why we're here, to work that out.
It's about winning your one-on-ones, and number 21 there for Neville, he won his one-on-one against the Waspin DB. Batterford's got to hook up with him, and again, it's supposed to happen in a scrimmage. You know, that's why you're doing these things. You know, the little overthrows here, or the holding call by the receiver here. That's why you're out here having these, so you can get it on film. They can come in next week and watch it, and they are live reps against another opponent. Things look totally different when you're out here under the lights and playing against someone you hadn't played against before. So that was a good rep. If I was a coach, I would be happy to see that because 21 did what he was supposed to. Batterford threw it where he was supposed to. The guy was open. They just got to physically connect, and that comes with reps.
Yeah, and just as we have a break in the action here, everybody, we're about to go, I believe, on the 10-yard line deal. Maybe we can get Mr. Hanks down there close down on the sidelines. Is he moving around there? Will, if we can get him on the sidelines, maybe on that 10, maybe in the corner, and see what we can do. We're trying to we're kind of experimenting with the different kinds of shots that we can bring you here this year. So our camera guys, we've got Gordon Markle and Frederick West have helped us out right there. And Karari Hanks, one of the teachers here at Neville, has been helping us film some volleyball games, and also he's helping us out here this year on the network. We're very appreciative to have these. This takes a lot of people to put this production on, and a lot of people are volunteering their time to do this work to bring you these games here this season. And I'm just so very thankful for everybody that stepped up to help make these types of broadcasts possible here on the Neville Tiger Network. And just like we mentioned, please follow us on Facebook. Facebook, we're the Neville Tiger Network. Just search for Neville Tiger Network. Like and follow our page and share it with a friend. We'd like to get the word out to everybody. There's Tigers and Neville Tigers and high school football fans all over that just like to watch, especially live sports here, that we'll be able to bring you this season and into the future. Also, follow us on YouTube. If you could subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube, search Neville Tiger Network, it should pop up. It's live now. We apologize we didn't get that. We pressed the wrong button when we started. You'll be able to go back and see what you missed there on YouTube and watch the complete deal after this is over. But we are live on both Facebook Live and YouTube. We're also going to have other avenues to where you can view these football games and other sports. We'll have we're going to have an app. We'll have it on our own website. Everything's in production. We're getting it out to you as fast as possible. And also, I can't mention this enough. If you'd like to be a partner with us, if you'd like to sponsor some of these broadcasts, give me a call or email me at stewshelby at comcast.net, rather, or call me at 318-537-1524. And there's an inside handoff from Wossman. They're going from the 10 right there, a gain of a couple as we're in kind of the red zone type of simulation here from the 10-yard line and in.
That's right. Just working on situations here. Want to see your defense and how they respond to a short field, and play calling for the offense gets kind of tight down here. So the defense they can tighten up and hopefully stop these guys from getting in the end zone here.
Here's the second down run. They're looking to throw as the quarterback. He kind of breaks out of containment, and the Tigers hit him hard out right at the 1-yard line. I believe that might have been Griffin McGee involved in that lick.
Yeah, that was
him and Marion Elam on the stop.
Quarterback kind of gave up on the play for Waspin and saw some green grass and decided he would take off. And, it was a positive play for Waspin, but Neville was there to meet him at the pylon, and that was a pretty big hit there on the quarterback.
Well, you got Coach Benji Lewis still captaining the Tiger defense. Got a couple of changes on the Tiger coaching staff over the summer. As there's a fumble inside the 5, and it looks like the Tigers may have recovered it. It was a low snap, a mishandled handoff, and I don't know if they're going to give it to the Tigers. Nope. They're going to say 4th down. No. We'll see. They're going to back them up to the 10 and start over is what they're going to do. Tigers did recover that. But Coach Randy Carr coming over kind of out of retirement from he's been at Sterlington for the past few years. He was one of my baseball coaches here at Neville when I went to school in the 90s. But he's been around the state, coached at a lot of different places, Bel Air down in Baton Rouge, and now he's back here at Neville helping out with the linebackers. And you know, that's one of the things here at Neville that their coaching staff has stayed kind of consistent for the past few years, especially under the tenure of Coach McCarty. And those guys, most everybody stayed with Coach Tannehill, but he's added a couple of experienced coaches as that throws out into the far side, and the Tigers were there to bring down the Wildcat receiver around the 4-yard line. But some positive yardage out of the Wildcats on that play, and that's going to end their 10 plays.
Neville was successful in stopping them before they crossed the goal line there. That's a win for the defense, and well executed play by Waspin there. That looked good. The snap was good. The timing was good. And receiver caught it. So maybe these guys are on both sides are starting to settle down on the offense and start having some success offensively.
And we'll see what they do inside the 10. Hadn't had many plays inside the 10 for the Tigers. Both of the touchdowns they scored here came on longer runs.
Yep. Throwing the fade.
And that one just kind of dropped a little bit short, right into the back of the Wildcat defender. Bill Quarius-Gooden was there for it, but as you saw his hands go down, and it just didn't quite get enough on that football.
That's right, and it was enough for the receiver to try to make a play. Again, the receiver's got to try to high point that ball and at least try to draw a pass interference call there. The DB was beat, and if he can, get up into that DB and draw a flag to make it a positive play. But that wasn't what happened. So
a little pitch there to Jada Smith off a left tackle, trying to go behind Will Campbell right there, and he gets down to the Wildcat 6, and that's the third play of this series. So we've got, or actually the second play of this series. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 6.
Yeah, this is where, as an offense, you've got to be able to punch the ball in real game situations here and get points.
Ooh, and a nice throw and catch right there across the middle. They kind of had a little crossing route, jumbled up the Wildcat defenders, and he hits. That's Dexter Robinson. He felt he was robbed on the ghost whistle there, and he gets him a touchdown there in this goal line situation. Yeah. So the Tigers put some points on the board.
It was a great throw by Batterford. He dropped back and had the running back going to the flat, and then had the slant coming in. He's got to read the linebacker there, and linebacker jumps the flat, and the receiver got in front of the corner there and was able to make a nice play.
So the Tigers reset things back from the 10 with a few more plays in their back pocket. There's A.J. Allen up the middle, and he's going to score. Nice job by the left side of that line to open him a hole, and he got into the linebackers and made a move, and then it was untouched after that into the end zone. So about 5 plays, and the Tigers have scored a couple of times in that goal-to-go situation here at this scrimmage against the Wossman Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a good run there. It's good to see that Neville could punch the ball in from short yardage. There's going to be games where that's going to be tough, and you've got to be able to punch it in when you get down there inside the 10.
And now what we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to do some play a regulation quarter. All right, so this is going to be a first and back and forth. We'll have I don't know if we're going to be punting or anything. I don't think we're kicking off, but we probably just start it on the 30 or something and go from there and just play football.
Yep,
for a quarter right here.
Play the first full quarter of 2020.
As we're looking for an official to run the clock, we're going through here. It's scrimmage, everybody.
That's right. We're working out the kinks. Everybody is.
So yeah, there's a lot of officials on the ground, but nobody's up here. Yeah, there. So as Coach Tannehill's out there discussing things while we have a minute. Like I said, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at the Neville Tiger Network. Also on Twitter at Neville Network, on Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search for Neville Tiger Network. Just subscribe to Neville Tiger Network on YouTube. All right, so while we have a minute, we are going to break away just for a quick second and go to a quick commercial break. You are listening to Neville Tiger Football right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
At Caples and Robinson Orthodontics, making beautiful smiles is our passion. Our doctors are Northeast Louisiana's trusted board-certified orthodontists, and they love helping our patients create the smile they've always wanted.
I'm Christian Creed. Catherine and I have been your local injury attorneys for more than 20 years. At Creed & Creed, we don't use gimmicks. We value our community and the clients we serve. When you see a Creed & Creed ad, you know it's real. Real clients, real results, and no fine print. Don't be misled by out-of-town attorneys using dramatizations or paid testimonials. If you've been involved in an accident, call Creed & Creed today.
Sparks Nissan Kia is your home of the largest lineup of Nissan and Kia in Northeast Louisiana. Titan, Rogue, Altima, Optima, Sorrento, and more. Not to mention our huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to fit any budget. Our finance center will help get you behind the wheel with a lease or loan solution. Shop the area's largest inventory of Nissan and Kia online or give us a call. Put a spark in your drive. Sparks Nissan Kia, I-20 and 165 in Monroe.
And we're back here from Bill Ruple Stadium. Stewart Shelby alongside Robert Lane, Jason Ewing on the broadcast team here this evening. We're getting started kind of for the first, just a full quarter here in this Neville versus Waspin scrimmage. We've got a couple of captains lined up on the field. Kind of, this is stuff you got to practice, you know, the pregame deal. So we got captains. The captains of the scrimmage are Davis Brown, number 32, and number 8, Myron Elam, that are going to walk out there and try to get this coin toss going.
That's right. We got practice over with. Now we're going to start playing real football.
That's right. We're going to see how this goes, who gets the ball first, and we'll be able to report that to you. And if we, as we're kind of seeing what the officials, there's a lot of stripes out there in the middle of the field, and they're trying to figure all this out. While we have a moment, just want to thank everybody that's tuning in here tonight, kind of like the initial broadcast here of the Neville Tiger Network. A lot of people working behind the scenes to bring you live sports here from Neville High School, and a whole lot more. I promise you there's going to be a whole lot more. A lot of good things are going to happen here on this network here in the future, and we look forward to partnering with you, and we would appreciate your support. If you feel that way, and if you want to partner with us, we'd love to hear from you. You can hit me up on Facebook. Go to the Neville Tiger Network. Send me a message on Facebook. All my contact information is on there. There's a few of us. Brett Braddock, another partner with us here on the network, and Jason Ewing, and even Robert. We're here doing this because we love Neville. All the proceeds from any sponsorships that we get go directly to the school.
That's right.
Okay, it's go directly to the school. There's nothing that we're doing to profit off of this. Anything. We were raising money to do this for Neville High School and for the benefit of Neville High School, both their athletics and academic programs. So anything you give, I can guarantee you, is going directly to the school in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, this is going to be a good thing for Neville, especially on a year like this when the stands are not going to be at full capacity. We can stream this on Facebook or YouTube.
As well as a lot of other deals that we'll be coming out with. If you follow us on our social media pages, we will keep you updated. I guarantee you.
We at Neville, we've got a big scoreboard now. I guess that was an addition last year. And now we've got this Neville Tiger Network. We're kind of catching up with the times, and it's going to take some time to work the kinks out. But I think it can be a great addition for the future for the Neville football program, along with all the other sports and the academics.
Yeah, the academic programs and all the extracurricular people, the band, cheerleaders,
pep rallies.
I mean, bingo bells. I mean, the drama club. I mean, we're hoping to do so many good things with this, and we're really striving to kind of get some of this video production out. Kids these days.
Right.
I hate to say that. I don't
social
feel like
media.
I'm 44 years old now, and I'm talking about kids these days. But I showed my 7th grade son kind of what we were doing, and he's like, "Oh, I can do graphics and things." I was like, "Well, you could do graphics?
You're hired."
Yeah. He might be running a camera or something for us here. Davis will be doing that for us in soon, but. I really want to get that graphic design. There's so much things that could come out of production and communication that we hope to bring to Neville High School on the academic side and get some things like that going. So, like I said, if you're interested in sponsoring in any of these type of deals, let me know. If you got an idea that's something we haven't thought about, let us know.
That's right.
I mean, we utilize this as a tool for the school in any aspect we can possibly make a difference. So please reach out and let us know.
It's all about reaching out to the people, and what better way than to do that than Neville High School football on Friday night,
Oh, yeah. Man.
So,
the longstanding traditions here that a lot of us know from being alumni and have gone here and played here and done all sorts of things here. Now our kids are going here, and a lot of things are different, but a lot of things have stayed the same. That's part of the beauty of Neville High School, the tradition-rich history that we've had here, starting in the 1930s, and over the past years have just grown and grown and grown. And what we intend to do is show some of that tradition to those that may not have been able to experience it as a student, or they have kids here and not being able to experience things like these pep rallies. Hopefully we'll get to have pep rallies this year.
Right.
But just things like that we want to bring out there and bring into the spotlight and spotlight this great institution that we all love here, and hopefully show others what we all know.
That's right.
William Reed set to kick this thing off. I guess we are going to have a kickoff here as the ball's placed on the 40-yard line, and they're just going to kick it down there and receive it. Nobody's going to tackle anybody, but we're going to take it at the 20. But at least they put the guys back there to receive kind of a live kick.
That's right. Yep.
And it is easy to catch one of those kicks when you know you're not going to get tackled.
That's right.
Nobody's going
to ear hole you. You do the kickoff coverage like that. You got to get 10 guys plus the kicker to line up correctly, and it's a timing thing. If one of those guys crosses the line of scrimmage before the ball's kicked, you're offside. So that's something that you have to work on. It's not just about offense and defense. So that's why they did that.
And they're going to spot this at the 30 after the kick, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. As
it looks like to me this is Neville's. Is that Neville's number 2 defense? I know it is. That's not the same linebackers we were watching earlier. That's number 46 and 26, I believe.
Yeah, that's Trajan Hannon and Jalen Smith there at linebacker for the Tigers. As the quarterback 11 runs out of bounds, Griffin McGee and Marion Elam kind of trail him out of bounds around the 20, or check that, the 33-yard line. Gain of 3 on that play.
I tell you, Griffin McGee was he was moving as fast as his legs would let him go right there. He was playing hard, and that's what you want to see out of a Neville defense is all of them playing as a unit and running to the ball, and he dang sure was.
What it looks like we might have some of our ones there on the line and a couple
it's
of
like it's a mixture. It looks like
of guys as little snap, the Waspin quarterback, that guy just moved. You're going to let him get away with it. Another bad snap, and the Wildcat quarterback just has to fall on it back at the 30. That's going to be a loss of 3.
I tell you, Waspin's going to have to go back home, and maybe even tonight, just snap the ball with the center and the quarterback the rest of the night. That has really caused them some problems on offense, and that they've got some good athletes, but the first thing you have to do is obviously get the snap. It's been unfortunate for Waspin tonight.
Here comes a 3rd down and 10 play. Another high snap. Quarterback just going to take it and run with it. Tries to stiff arm a Tiger, but just couldn't get past him. Another loss of about 4 on the play. Looks like a flag came in there late.
Yeah, I don't know if it was maybe a face mask or hold. It was on the far side of the field.
Griffin McGee coming in there late. I believe that was number 26 there, Jalen Smith, first man to the quarterback. We will see what the call is as the referee's on the far side of the field.
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a handoff to number 5.
Personal foul face mask on a play like that. That's one of those penalties that you just don't like to see. You had him backed up on 3rd down, and that was a good force a punt, and he was going out of bounds, and just a flying hand grabbed a face mask, and that's 15 yards and a first down.
That's right. That'll take your wind out of your sails, defensively. You get off the field, but a flag like that can set you back.
So 1st down and 10, ball spotted at the 41-yard line of Wassman. There's the snap and the handoff to the middle. The running back's knocked down there. That's Hinton Roberts in on the stop for the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like they just ran the little zone play in there. Neville stopped them for a short gain.
We've got about 10:22 to go here in this quarter. The Neville versus Wossman scrimmage here from Bill Ruple Stadium. Quarterback number 11 barking some signals, trips receivers to the near side. Another high snap and a handoff, trying to get some room around the right side, and there's nothing there. Tigers were all over that one.
That was big number 5 for Neville, Lane Blue on the tackle there. He's been showing up a lot tonight, which is good to see. That's a new face on the Neville defense that I think everybody will be glad to watch this year.
Yeah, we saw what Hinton Roberts could do last year. Was really just a solid linebacker for the Tigers, and adding somebody, another senior, as Tiger jumps across. That's the right tackle. Got a little jumpy. That's going to cost him 5 yards.
Yeah, those two guys bring a toughness to the Neville defense that you like to see. They fly around. They're making big plays, and I think they're going to be 2 good players for this Neville defense.
And you look down there on the far side D end, and Will Campbell getting a few snaps there on the defensive side of the football.
He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure.
Yeah, they
ran it away from him on that play, so he didn't get to do much. It's probably a smart thing on Waspin's
Hinton Roberts
side.
Shot a gap, got a tackle in the backfield, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Wildcats. And I think we're doing the whole punt, probably no return here type of situation.
Probably won't be a rush. Just to line up and make sure everybody knows what to do.
The referee down there it looks like he was explaining that to the Tiger defense there.
Yeah, you definitely want everybody on the same page right here. This one you can get somebody hurt. If one person's going 100% and everybody else is at 10, it could be a bad deal.
As we await the punt, Waspin punter standing around his own 26-yard line. Going to punt this one away. A nice punt from the young man, and they were kind of covering it, and a Tiger finally falls on it as the punt returner, that was 28, A.J. Allen. It bounced off his shoulder pad, but who ends up with it? Looks like that's number 48 for the Tigers. That's Kendall January down there. They're going to spot the football where he first touched it and just bring it to the 30. I think that's how this one's going to go.
Yep.
But
again, another good game rep. That in practice he's probably caught 1,000 balls, and probably caught 95% of them in practice. But you add a live rush, and here they come down the field. You see those white helmets coming to you. Things get a little different. So again, that's why you do these things and have the scrimmage.
Timothy Bird dotting the I behind the quarterback. Baniford sends a man in motion. Hands off up the middle. Bird with a big hole. Breaks through. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Timothy Bird on the first play takes it 70 yards right up the middle. Nice hole by the offensive line. And the Tigers strike first here in this scrimmage quarter.
Stewart, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Neville just ran the little gap play, nothing fancy, just man on man, and hand it to your guy that can run faster than everybody else, and he showed that. And what did he go? 70 yards for a touchdown.
70 yards for 6. William Reed set to kick the extra point here for Neville, and they're going to bring, I think, everybody off the field just so he can kick the extra point here. There's no rush on these at the moment to practice this. There's a snap, the kick. It's up and it's good. So with 7:49 to go here in this quarter, the Tigers have a 7-0 lead over the Wossman Wildcats.
Yeah, that's good to see with Neville. That was one offensive play. And go 70 yards and put points on the board. That's encouraging to see for the Neville offense.
The only bad thing in a scrimmage type situation is that you didn't get to run a lot of plays.
That's right. You don't get much on film.
That's right. That's right. That one went really well, guys.
Exactly. You wish you could do that on every opening drive. But here's the Neville defense back out again, and I'm sure they're. They'll get their shot here after this kickoff.
The one thing I learned from the late Coach Henry T. Esau at Lee Junior High, and he said, son, every football play is designed to score. If you don't score, you failed. That's the way it was. He said every play is designed. If everybody does everything right, you score.
That's right.
And that one right there proved his point correctly.
It's okay to score from 70 yards.
That's correct.
Yeah.
There's a kick back inside the 5 from William Reed. One of the things that William's been doing is trying to get that leg strength up. I mean, a big weapon in high school football is being able to kick it into the end zone.
No doubt. And I've watched him kick the extra points tonight, and the ball comes off his foot really, really well. And he's close to putting it in the end zone now, which, like you said, is a huge weapon. I mean, they got to start out on the if it goes in the end zone, is it the 20-yard line or 25? 25 in high school. So, all the high school teams have their best players receiving the kickoff. If you can keep it away from them on every time you score, that's just one less time somebody, one of their best players, touches the ball.
There's another snap and a handoff around the right side for Waspin. The Tigers chase him down. I believe that was number 48 chasing him out of there. That's Kendall January, kind of tapping him out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Yeah, Neville's done a good job tonight of running the Waspin offense to the sideline. They're using the sideline as kind of their 12th man, and they've done a good job of doing that to Waspin.
There's a keeper on the right side, bottled up. Just a little kind of an option play from Waspin, and Tigers are there. About 5 or 6 of them in on that tackle. Gain of about 2, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the quarterback there they were just trying to run the counter, and Neville's defensive line got penetration and kind of blew that play up.
Well, 3rd down situation here for the Tiger defense. The only first down they allowed was after a face mask penalty there on the first drive here in this quarter. Waspin sets a man in motion. They're going to swing out to him, and the Tigers sniffed that one out, and it's going to be a big loss on the play.
Yeah, Waspin, that was a glorified toss sweep. They faked to the running back and threw a lateral back there, and Neville was right there. Neville used their speed on defense to string it out and make a huge play on 3rd down.
So the Wildcats, once again, will be set to punt this off. They're going to send A.J. Allen back out there, get another rep on the punt return. As we await the snap here from Waspin, there's no rush on these punts. They are kind of going down there and fielding it. I don't think there's any returns going on based on what happened last time.
Yeah,
with
Allen, have a chance to redeem himself from earlier. They fair caught it.
Caught it right at the 45.
Yep.
That's where the Tigers will take over 1st down and 10. So as we reset things here, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on YouTube and Facebook Live. It's kind of the inaugural broadcast here of the Neville Tiger Network. Stewart Shelby and alongside Robert Lane and Jason Ewing here. Just like to thank everybody that's out there watching, especially all the sponsors that we'll get to here later in the broadcast, but everybody that's made this broadcast possible, thank you. Batterford set to receive the snap. Puts a man in motion. Resets. There's a handoff. That's Allen.
Another flag on the play. Neville just ran the little gap play again, just handed it up the middle, and they got about 6 yards on 1st down, which is again good to see. But these penalties tonight have been hurting both teams offensively.
All right, we'll see what they say happened on here. This might be a illegal block. That's a hard thing to do on a trap play.
Yeah.
Right? but either way, I mean, that's one of the things, a little block that's going to back them up about 10 yards.
I didn't see anything that was obvious on the live play, but we don't have access to replay.
A replay monitor isn't working just yet. we will have it, but right there, it's going to back them up 5 and replay 1st down. It'll be 1st down and 15 from the Tiger 35-yard line. There's a handoff on the option. Allen has a little bit of room. He's going to take it all the way 65, or actually another 70-yard run there.
That was a great run right
Waspin
there.
had that sniffed out in the backfield. Allen evades the first defender, and the Tigers never gave up on the play, blocked down the field, and Allen just turned on the burners around the 50-yard line and outran everybody.
Yeah, Neville just spread them out right there, went 4 wide and handed on the outside zone play, and let Allen do what he does. You know, he got in space, and Waspin was there to make the play, but Allen just was a better athlete than Waspin was there.
William Reed with the point after. It's up and it's good. So with 5:04 to go here in this scrimmage quarter, the Tigers lead the Wildcats by the score of 14-0. We'll look for some scenes. There's Coach Rankins getting a view of him on the sidelines as he's looking on. You talk about traditions at Neville, and Coach Rankins is one of them in his own right. He has his own hall here at Neville High School, and I'm trying to get a couple of audio bites from Coach Rankins that we could put on this big scoreboard.
Yeah, Coach Rankins is the definition of Neville High School.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it.
So as we get our set to kick things off, that's a new kicker. Going to give it a swat down there from the 40-yard line. That's or 49. That's Briard and Nabnett. Boots it down right to around the 6 or 7-yard line. So Briard with a nice kick there, getting his reps in here.
Neville defense going to have a chance to come out again and try to hold Waspin. Neville's defense has done a really, really good job tonight. Part of it being that Waspin has had trouble with snap, but I'm impressed with the speed of Neville's defensive line and linebackers. They're running to the ball, and we'll see what they can do on this series. 5 minutes left in the quarter. Neville leads 14-0. And Neville's offense is only, what have they run? Maybe 8 plays total?
Yeah.
So that's good to see, scoring 14 points in 8 plays.
There's a handoff into the middle of the defense, kind of tries to get some room to the outside, and not much there. Let's see, 27, Marion Elam in there on the stop for the Tigers. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Neville just stretched it out again. Waspin's running east and west a lot tonight.
So we've got another little handoff up the middle from Waspin right to the meat of the Tiger defense there. Going to gain a couple, get it out to around the 35, 36-yard line. It's going to bring up third down. Where are they going to spot it? The 35. Third down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, big play right here for the Neville defense. Got to get off the field here.
The Tigers ready for the third down play. Quarterback looking to the sideline for a few adjustments. He gets his running back set to his left side. And then the Wildcats jump off sides. Just a little early on that one. Looked like there was some confusion from the get-go. They were shuffling some people and on the snap count.
Yeah, it's a tough penalty for Waspin. With it being 3rd and 5 there, it backs them up another 5 yards and makes it 3rd and 10, 3rd and long, and that's when you get, especially against this Neville defense, makes it difficult on the offensive coordinator to make a good play call.
Yeah. There's a snap. He's going to look downfield, and there's a pick. Who is it? 31, going to take it all the way to the end zone. Lorenzel Dubose with his first touchdown as a Tiger here, and they celebrate in the end zone. It's about a 35-yard interception return for a touchdown. So the defense has scored here in this scrimmage, and that was a play. It looked like there was a miscommunication maybe on the route, and Dubose was there, was the biggest beneficiary of it.
Yeah, looked like the quarterback and receiver had a mishap there, and it was unfortunate for Waspin, but the Neville's defensive back was right there, and there was nobody there to stop him. He took it to the house. It's good to see.
There's the kick. Drew Jarrell, the sophomore, in there doing the deep snapping duties there for the Tigers. A nice couple of snaps. Good to see him getting some reps. I know he's worked hard. And I remember throwing the football over our head with Drew a few years ago.
That's a position that doesn't get enough recognition. That is a hard job to do.
Yeah, because they're only like when something goes wrong, a lot goes wrong.
There's not a lot positive that comes out of it.
That's right. That's
for sure.
Yeah, my brother, being one of he deep snapped for 4 years here, and he'll tell you exactly. On film sessions, if you miss one of those,
you were singled out.
You were singled out. Yeah. That's correct. So good luck, Drew. You got 3 more years of this.
That's right.
This is a one-quarter scrimmage. This is just part of the scrimmage. It's a 1 quarter, playing 1 live quarter. Tigers are leading this one 21-0. As we got, I think, another kicker, and that ball is going to sail into the end zone right there. That's Reed is back in there, and we talked about it, the way he's kicking the ball on the extra points, and that one, he got the center of the –
That's what you want to see on every kickoff, and he proved there that he can do it. And like you said earlier, that is a huge weapon for Neville, for you to have a kicker that can kick it into the end zone every time would be nice. But,
Yeah, well, you get this, the center of that football to get it down there. When you hit it, these kickers know it. It's almost like catching one in the center of the club face.
It's like hitting a 9-iron. That's right.
Exactly. When you don't feel it, that's the best one.
That's right.
Well, here's a Waspin quarterback. Has the snap. It's kind of bobbled. The ball's still bobbling around back there, and the Tigers are there to snuff that out. First man to the football was number 90, Isaiah Brown, the junior defensive end. He was joined by a host of Tigers in the Wossman backfield. And we've got about 3 minutes to go here in this scrimmage quarter. And we're just glad that you've joined us here on the Neville Tiger Network. We appreciate everybody on Facebook Live and YouTube. There's another handoff up the middle. Slips one tackler, but can't get through the heart of that Tiger defense. Let's see who's on the bottom of that pile. That's Griffin McGee.
Yeah, 37, Micah Hawkins shot through there and had him in the backfield, and the Waspin running back escaped, and they got a few yards. Was that Griffin McGee on the tackle there?
That was Griffin in there on the tackle. As trips receivers to the near side for the Wildcats. Quarterback's under pressure. He's going to let one go downfield, and it's caught at the 43-yard line. Nice throw and catch there. Receiver number 10 from Wossman slides to the ground, and the Wildcats have their first down that they've gained offensively here in this quarter.
Griffin McGee had good coverage there, just kind of a busted play, and Waspin had a positive play out of it.
There's another low snap. Quarterback's going to run it himself. He's being chased down by the Tigers. That's number 2 that got there. Travion Pleasant, strong safety, playing up near the line of scrimmage there, and just kind of had almost lost containment there, but he ran him out of bounds. I believe a loss of about 1 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yep. Neville defense, again, did a good job of stringing that play out.
Really impressed with the speed there on number 2, of being able to kind of get behind the play and then catch up.
That's right. And what I'm seeing with Neville's defense is they're playing hard, that's what you want to see out of your defense. They're moving to the ball, and they've got a toughness about them.
There's another little handoff up the middle. It's going to gain the Wildcats about 4 yards up to the 46-yard line of Waspin. We're going to 3rd down and about 8 here for the Wildcats. There's the snap. Looking to throw. There's nobody there, and the Tigers are there to bring him down. Another sack by the Tiger defense.
Yeah, it looked like Waspin was trying to set up the quarterback draw there. They were going to fake the bubble pass out to the right to the running back and try to slip the quarterback up the middle.
And we're under 10 seconds to go in this quarter, and that's probably going to be the last play of this scrimmage. And after the time quarter, the Tigers, I guess you could say, come out on top here in this scrimmage, 21-0. And Robert, as we watch the scrimmage, we watch kind of the practice portion and even in the live portion. Kind of give me your first impressions of the 2020 Tigers.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that both teams, Waspin and Neville, can work on, obviously, on both offense and defense, and that's why you play these games. It's kind of a tune-up and to kind of see where you stand. But overall, it's 21-0 in one quarter. I would say that Neville, dominated the line of scrimmage and dominated the game. And I tell you, the most impressive thing to me was Neville's defense. They ran to the ball. They played with toughness. They rotated a lot of guys in and out, it looked like to me. So they're showing they've got some depth. And the main thing was them playing hard. And for this team, it looks like they're going to have to play good defense this year. The offense is going to come along, like we talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. Offense takes some timing, as we saw Batterford overthrew a few guys. That's expected on the first scrimmage. The game's moving fast, especially for a quarterback. And then receivers are being covered by guys that are running with them. They're not going against the scout team, So
yeah.
This is the ones versus ones, so it's good competition. And Neville, obviously, 21-0 was a good win for Neville, even though it was a scrimmage.
You're right, and as you saw there, if you're watching with us, it's the 2020 handshake at center at the 50-yard line. It's actually on 45 to 45. It's more like a post-game wave at everybody as everybody walks by. As everybody,
they can tackle and run and play football, but we can't do the middle of the field sportsmanship, shake hands. Exactly,
and so as we've made it through the first scrimmage here in the COVID era, I guess I could say. Here at Neville High School, the Tigers showed some signs of a lot of good things, some things they got to work on, just like we'll see in any scrimmage. And that's where we start. Next Friday, it's for real. Next Friday, right here at Ruple Stadium, the Tigers taking on the Ouachita Lions to get the 2020 season started. Well, Robert, thanks for stepping up this year and coming on board. We really appreciate you being here. I'd like to thank Will Anders for all the work he's done for producing this for us. Also, Jason Ewing for being here. We're going to work out those kinks. We'll hear a lot more from him throughout this year. Also, Karari Hanks, Gordon Markle, Frederick West helping us out on the camera work today. We really appreciate them, but also, we'd like to thank our sponsors, French Smith and family, Miss Susan Weaver at James Machine Works, Family Solutions Counseling Center, Frank Nettles Automotive, Shell Chiropractic Clinic, Podna's Barbecue, The Paper Market, Nukes, Tarver Dental, Central Oil, Angie Sturdivant for District Judge, Tenori's Wine Cellar, and Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the subway there on Lammy. Folks, thanks once again for tuning in with us here on this kind of initial broadcast on the Neville Tiger Network. We look forward for many, many more throughout this season and many more to come. For all you on Facebook Live, thank you. For everybody on YouTube, thank you. Please keep following us on social media to get updates and all the extra ways you can watch these broadcasts coming up this year in 2020. And for that, I'm Stewart Shelby. Thanks for watching. This has been Neville Football on the Neville Tiger Network.